We as humans, we tend to often worry about so much about the future, and especially when we are young, we are constantly worrying about what we will become, what should we do, especially what we should do as a living, as your work, day-to-day work, like I did. And I so much spent time on worrying, and many of around me ask me constantly what I will become, and I never really had a good answer to that. I never really know the answer for that. And that constant worrying and always thinking about what the others think about that, it constantly just drained my energy and taken away from me so much that was needed. And now afterward, thinking about it all, I realized that it was not beneficial to me, and it should be something that we all should avoid. Of course, if you have some kind of financial lack and you have to find your job where you can earn your living, then it can be different, that situation, but mostly things will naturally solve themselves, and there shouldn't be some kind of certain kind of amount of time or some kind of point in your life where you have to know what you are going to do, what is your place in life. These things will naturally grow in you, and we are all different, and our own journeys are all different. For somebody else's journey, it is needed for him or her to know these answers much earlier, but there is also those others that don't necessarily have to have it all figured out, because there is also that aspect that if you know that knowing can cause you harm and some kind of stress and on its own, and maybe you are not ready in that age that you are ready to know them all yet. Maybe there is some kind of lessons and things you to go through that are meant for you to go through before you can even get close to understanding and knowing your place and what you are going to do. I am 30 years old, and even I don't even know completely what I'm going to do all my rest of my life. Today, here and now, I'm doing this YouTube content, social media, YouTube and in TikTok. And I first 28, 29 years, I didn't know about that. I never had that kind of plan in my mind to do social media. Completely opposite. But things will change, and everything is always possible, and you just never know what is going to come. And it is so many times just good to go with the flow, so to say, in life. See what will happen. Of course, take it with your own discernment when I say this. Sometimes you need to have plans and so on. But many times we just spend so much time somewhere else than here and now, and constantly worrying and stressing about things that we can't truly control, and it is just an illusion about that control that we have. We never can have it completely or even mostly. If you haven't figured out certain kind of things, they are just like they are, and it have to be just accepted and live with it and trust that it was meant for you, and it is completely useless you to worry about that so much. And when you can accept that and be fully fine with it, those others around you that are asking from you about it also don't take it as some kind of fault in you so much when they can see that you are fine with it, confident about it. Me and you all, we are still alive, and if you look at your life, your past, you can see that somehow things will always work out some way, and we should try to trust in it more. I'm not saying that everything will go well in every way, in every time, but somehow you will always figure it out in the end and survive, and ultimately will flourish too. But we should truly try to focus on here and now, on this current moment that we have. Don't depriving ourselves from the experience in this life completely. We should avoid what is unhealthy for us and embrace what is healthy for us. And we should often try to ask ourselves what is beneficial and needed for us. Is this useful for me? An answer to that question is many times negative one. You understanding that you're doing so much that is not beneficial to you. And when you can see these things and understand these things, you can change your behavior and free yourself up so much better way. And I think that we so much deserve it. And after we just understand and figure it out, not figure it out, but realize certain kind of things so late on our lives, and wish that we have understood these things, realized these things earlier. And that is one reason why I'm doing this video currently here and now, hoping that you can earlier than later see these things and live differently, doing what is beneficial for you and ultimately for good of all. Sometimes just things are meant for to clear out when you just start those things. When you start doing some kind of thing, those next steps after that will reveal them to you most of the time. And that is one reason why we can't always know beforehand so much earlier answer to these questions that I have mentioned in this video. So truly trust in this universe, this world, that everything that exists, and that there would be reason behind everything, and things will figure it out on their own time by time. Just focus on you getting better, focusing on your growth and development, and things that just what are meant for you to happen will happen on their own time when you are ready. And there is so much benefit to you that you don't have to always try to control everything, that you can go with the flow, go with the current. Sometimes let something else take the reins, take the control. Ultimately, there is so many possibilities in this world, and something that we can't realize or understand. Sometimes it is just good for us to let the time pass by and see what will happen. Like I said, we can't control everything, or even most of it. So we have to accept that and stop fighting against it. That is the beneficial for all of us ultimately. But truly, I thank you once again for being with me and listening for me. Hope you all the best. Love and light as always. Take care, and if you're interested about personal coaching in some kind of area, feel free to check out the description box below. But thank you, and hopefully see you next time.